patients hated seeing me coming at them like this. Hold still.
Yeah.
That's what it's pre-workout. Bread easy.
So Karen, that chick, did she convert back there? You try to get her down?
What's up, dude? No, that gift card's still up there. I'm cooking up here next
He doesn't
week.
need to call.
So do we just want to do like a big meal or something?
We went over everything last Friday.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that.
You want to save it for Christmas Eve?
Cameron, if we were,
Yeah.
Cameron was.
Which day are you working? Eve?
Lots of brush fires, it seems to be the season. I'm getting quite an education in some different styles of things, so. Really nothing to report other than that.
Okay, thank you. Robert?
2 weeks ago, I attended a 2-day class in Jeff City for urban wildland interface. Matt King obtained his state fire officer 1 certificate. Congratulations to him. In October, we visited over 3,500 students in the schools and public relations. So we did a lot of students. Went to a lot of kids. So
No,
I don't understand that. We visited a lot of kids. So I appreciate everybody's help. All 3 crews last week have went down and toured Daddy Ray's, which is now J&J Snacks. We've had some incidents down there, so they kind of give us some pointers of how they'd like to see us work. So they have asked us to do a fire extinguisher class for them coming up, so we're going to get that set up. Public Water District 1 is the one out there on Highway W. Mark Ziegler is one that works with them through Alliance, so he's been working with us very well. They're putting in 5 hydrants, so they're supposed to start on this week. 2 of them are going to be in Ashley Estates. 2 are going to be in Quarter Valley. We've had major fires in both subdivisions, no hydrants. And then 1 hydrant there at the water plant on Highway W.
nice.
So they're going to try to hit $100,000 to do hydrants, so they're trying to do a few every year. And not only in our district, in Winfield also. Their 1 million gallon water tank, I sent out some reminders about that, is shut down for maintenance, the one by our Station 3. So they should maintain all right unless we have a major fire. So we kind of got some contingency plans there. We're working on setting up a training committee that will assist with doing our yearly training courses. Had a couple people interested in that. We'll try to get that set up by the end of the year. We do have 3 tech rescue equipment classes set up for next year already. American Heart Association is doing 2025 updates. So our instructors are doing their updates for Heart Saver, BLS, etc. On the 17th, I'll be going down and teaching a Heart Saver CPR class to the City of Moscow Mills workers. We do that every 2 years. So we'll be going in there for that. We do have 2 prospective members, volunteer members. We'll be doing some ride-alongs with the crews. And the chief and I have been kind of critiquing a couple things to ramp it back up, see what our criteria is. So we're going to start with some ride-alongs and see how we go with that portion of it. Like the chief said, we went over to Warrenton and helped with that. Before we even got back, we went to Hawk Point, stopped at Hawk Point for a brush fire. And then while we were working that, and they had another fire after that, a shed fire. So we were pretty thin on this side. We actually had Monarch move up to our station. Wentzville moved up, and then they called for another move up. St. Charles actually had a working fire. They moved Monarch all the way up here. So we did a coverage. So we do appreciate what they did at that portion of it. So that is the biggest thing I have. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Mosier.
Well, did 47 inspections last month, which is up from normal. Yeah, you can see that Mitchell Riemann, he finished up 4 more buildings at 366 Gravens. Those are big storage buildings. You can keep going, and you can tell that most of what we're doing is residential, multifamily. Kinsey Machine did get open, their new building. You know, they need an occupancy still, but they're moving stuff in.
Yep.
We're hoping to finish up or get a little closer on the 911 Professional Parkway building. That's quite the complex over there. It's pretty unique. And kind of a unique thing about it is that when there's a fire alarm, they just basically call themselves. Because that's where everything goes. So I said, does anybody know?
Yeah, where else would it go?
Yeah.
Where else would it go?
Yeah. So just a unique concept there, but you know, that's why they have a big storm shelter, and that's why everything's non-combustible.
When our fire alarms go off here, we report here.
Yeah. You're right. It's just odd though, you know what I'm saying? It's just odd. I should say we're still struggling with people getting permits when they need to get permits. I think it gets better for a while, then it gets worse for a while, then it gets better for a while, and gets worse for a while. But otherwise than that, that's really all I have for you.
Thank you, sir. Old business,
So you could scroll up, Robert.
baby box.
Yeah, so this is just the information that I've received so far from Safe Haven. Just kind of lines out the process. It's on here just to let you know that we are still working through this. Scroll down a little bit more if you could.
Do you ever visit the one
Here is the
over
cost.
by your house?
I'm sorry,
You ever visit the one over by your house?
in Melville?
Mhm.
Yes.
It's the same
All the
company?
same setup.
Everything's the
Yep,
same, yeah.
yep. So these are the costs. We are working with that young lady. She has pledged to do all our fundraising for this, so this should not cost us a dime.
Is Safe Haven tracking the bill that passed and the $10,000 grant from the state?
I have not got any information on that, so I will check on that.
It passed and was signed by the governor. I haven't seen how they're going to administer it. I assume it will probably come through Department of Health. But the state passed the legislature in August. So obviously it'll probably take them 6 months to get the funding mechanism going, but I would assume they would be researching how to do it and how to apply, but that would cover half the cost right there.
Absolutely. And like I said, that one lady, that citizen, she has vowed to
Abby.
take care of all that, Abby. And I told her that, kind of like I said, I don't need to see where the milk comes from. I said, we're not, we can't put any money towards this. I said, so if you can get as much as you can, we'll still move forward with it. So, and she's working on that.
Do you have information you can send in?
I gave him her contact information.
Yeah, I've been in contact with her, we're talking, and the wheels are moving on this.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely I would assume Safe Haven would be looking into how that grant, but it's supposedly $10,000.
Yep.
New business.
All right, so the Lexipol, if you could scroll up a little bit. Roberts, a little more, that's keep going. All right, so Lexipol, go down to the page 2, I guess, yeah, so. That is the cost right there. In our officer meeting the other day, we talked about this. And the officers of the district have decided that this is not something we want to pursue. This is a lot of money that we feel could be used elsewhere for things that we can do on our own. So that's kind
This will be the second time we didn't do it.
of, so once this is done, know this is done. And it probably won't ever come up again because we've met with them.
If
and
we don't
talked
need to
about
spend
it.
the money, you don't need to sell it to me, so you can handle it,
That was, that came out of the office.
Okay.
So we're gonna go back to paper in-house.
Well, we'll do everything digitally.
Right, but I mean,
Yeah.
but you guys will write it here.
Yep.
Publish it.
Yep. And then whenever we come to a decision on one, labor management style, we'll bring it to the board and say, this is what we're gonna do.
How long is it gonna take us to do this? Seems like we've been working on this for 2-3 years now, and we haven't got anywhere.
I understand that, but you've got some
This is
new eyes
my
on it.
biggest beef right now, these policies and procedures.
I get it, and you've got some new eyes on it right now. And with some changes that are going on in the district, we are definitely gonna make this a priority. So we will have something throughout 2026, this will get done. That is a commitment on behalf of labor management, we have talked about this extensively. Yep, we will get it done.
When does our Lexipol run out, at the end of the year?
Yeah, in the end of the year.
Okay.
And then will it just reside on our server or something, or?
Yep, exactly.
Hydrant?
So the hydrant out here, we have repaired it 3 times, Robert, 4 times?
At least 3 or 4 times, sir.
And it's just to the point now where we can't fix it anymore. So we need to have it replaced, so we went and got bids. Yep, so there's the bids right there that we've got. We reached out to 3 different companies. Trinity and Miller and Sons are the only ones that gave us any kind of feedback, the other one did not, so. This is the scope of the project right here that you're seeing. Just need some approval to move forward. This would be, of course, out of the bond.
Is it just because we use it so much?
Yes.
Most used, and then going back and talking to Chief Cherry, Brian Lorraine, when it originally got put in, they think that stem was actually bent back when they first put it in. And then when where it's going down and making a connection, it's wobbled out. Now it's almost almost.
There's water coming out from around the sub, but then it's gonna go on through somebody's head.
You first got to break it open. It's,
Yeah.
we made multiple attempts. The city of Troy has. We had a company come in.
That's probably the most used fire hydrant in our district.
The only thing we'll have is some inconvenience for next door, so we're gonna have to work with them, because they're gonna shut the whole line off.
Yeah.
So once we get it, they'll be able to use at least our bathroom, where our water's supposed to be on the other side, so we'll have to work out all that.
Okay, we'll be good neighbors.
Make a motion, we, go with, the lowest bid.
You going with mailer?
It's mailer.
Second,
Roll call, Pat,
yes.
Bruce,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes, ma'am.
How quick are they gonna be looking done?
So we'll have to talk to them and get it planned out. We are gonna try to use it the first week of December, because they're gonna do the pump testing. So that'll be set up down there.
Well, there's other places we can fill, but it's just not that convenient.
Right, they like to have a hydrant completely hooked up with that. Yeah.
Okay.
So next thing, community room usage fee. This is, I'm just kind of looking for some direction on this. We've been approached, a couple different people about using the community room. I just wanted to get clarification about what we want to do with this. I had proposed that we increase, yeah, you can scroll it a little bit, there it is. I proposed that we increase the usage fee to help with cleaning costs and any of that kind of stuff. Really, I just wanted to know kind of where we have been in the past, what the thoughts of the board were about letting this be used for community purposes.
I personally don't care, but it's under your management.
Well, I mean, you guys have the.
I understand. You asked my opinion, I gave it to you.
I mean, it used to be in the past, but I think the idea is that a nominal fee to help cover the cleaning would not be objectable.
No.
We did
The current fee was
I've cleaned it
$50.
plenty of times.
We did the fee
It's
for
trash.
the non-for-profit, so we didn't do a fee, correct, Donna?
correct, there was a big legal thing from Cameron that we had to dig it back out, and see what it said.
But the baby showers, the birthday parties, they were paying, but the not-for-profit, the school, churches or whatever, 4-H groups, the Alliance, they're using the train room, the assistants, but they don't.
So like I said, I just want to get the feel of the board to see if this is something we wanted to, I just wanted to revisit it to see if.
Do you want to do it or not?
I don't care. I mean, I think if it's there and people want to use it, it's a resource, you know, why not? But, I know that there have been issues with cleaning and things like that, so I would say we impose a little bit higher fee, just to kind of help with that a little.
So what, if, obviously we have our normal cleaning thing, but if they have to come in and clean after an event, what would be the fee for them to clean that room?
Right now, it's $50, I think is what it says on the board.
Is that?
That's not a cleaning person, that's.
What's our new cleaning?
I have no idea, we'd have to quote it out.
So I would say.
And they only clean it down here once every other week, so we'd have to up them to every week if they're gonna start using it, and then I'm sure it'll cost more because it'll be used.
I would,
So I'd
I
have to
would
ask
get
them.
with them and ask them what a per
Yeah.
use on-call cleaning would be, and then we.
I don't know that they'll be on call, so I don't know that they'll come because somebody didn't clean it every day, that's like a whole.
No, I'm just saying, if you ask them, if we rent the facility, what would you charge to come clean it after it's rented? And only when it's rented, you don't need it. So
I'm more concerned with how it impacts the duty crew. So that, why don't we table that and then you guys think about how you want to do it and bring it back to us next month. Because I know it impacts the duty crew. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Yeah, so, and you all too, you know, during the day when you're here, so.
So anyway, like I said, was brought up, they called and asked about it, so I wanted to see the direction you wanted to go with that.
Here's the chief.
Next item is admin facility updates. Would like to run it past you to get approval to possibly seek a painter for painting the hallways and the whole admin side, fix walls and things like that. So again, I would follow purchase policies and try to keep it under 10 grand to stay under the need for an RFP and things like that. So just kind of, again, just giving you a heads up of what I would like to do with that, and then I'll have some numbers for you at the next meeting with your approval.
Okay.
The next item, the last item under that, under new business, is amendment to the, scroll down a little bit, Robert. This just adds me to the 401A plan. As part of my contract, it was stated that I would be in it, and this is just the correct form that would add me into it.
Well, we've already approved this, correct?
You have not. You approved him to be on the account. This is for him. We're just making a one-time amendment to
Okay.
let him
Whatever.
be the consigner.
So is this
So you
paperwork
approve,
girl? Okay.
and the board
Let's do
motions
that.
for this to happen.
Yeah.
Leave it tonight.
I'll make a motion we approve the 401A amendment.
I'm glad you could hear her.
A second.
I thought that's what she said.
Roll call, Pat,
Yes.
Bruce,
Yes.
Ken,
Nope, just kidding.
Maybe hearing aids.
Huh?
Hearing aids.
And that's it for new business. Labor report.
Paul?
Working on contract stuff still, we'll get it sent over to you before next board meeting.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Apparatus fleet report? Anyone?
All I know is that ladder truck's possibly gonna be here to, 2 or 3 weeks, the last day I was told. Or anything different?
I don't know. I know we dropped the side by side off.
Brush truck and side by side on there and we.
Yeah.
5428.
Yeah.
Those are the only
Almost
two that are out right now, yeah.
Players have been paying themselves off again.
Pardon?
The players have been doing a great job paying themselves off
Yeah.
in the woods.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Especially this last week.
Good and welfare?
I have nothing for good and welfare.
Okay, I need a motion to adjourn to closed section.
Motion to close session for facility.
We will possibly reopen, but I can't think of an agenda that we would have. We're not gonna make any decisions or anything, we're just talking whatever. No, we won't reopen.
Motion to adjourn closed session pursuant to RSMO 610-021.3 and 610-021.9.
Second.